Hello again. I got a short demonstration video here. Been doing some reassembling and reconstructing of the Tesla coil and the setup for wireless transmission of electricity. As I was doing experiments, I noticed that with just a single Tesla coil, I wasn't getting the spark that I needed up the aerial antenna and through the ground wire at the same time. I thought that the electric current would be switching fast enough that the electric arcs would be going to the ground, and the tail end of them I thought would come up the aerial antenna or out the top of the aerial antenna, but apparently it didn't work in the experiments that I tried. So I did some more research and I learned about bipolar Tesla coils. So I kind of put together this kind of jerry-rigged bipolar Tesla coil setup here. There's a ground wire through the transformer that I have over here for this coil. There's a small wire that's coming out the end that's right next to the ground wire, and this is going to be my aerial wire, but I don't have an antenna station set up yet. But this is going to go on the top of the aerial antenna. The what is it called, a toroid or something like that. So it's going to be on the top of the aerial antenna, and this setup here is going to allow for current to not only go up the aerial antenna or into the ground, but it's going to be able to do both. It was kind of the way it needs to be set up, I guess. The way I was doing it with just a single Tesla coil was incorrect in my last video. So I'm just going to fire this up here and just show you how this is going to work. Get the rotary gap going. Okay. So the bottom coil is grounded and the top coil is just the aerial one. Oh, oops. I forgot to throw the switch. Okay. I don't know how well you can see that, but there is electricity arcing in both ends of each coil. There's sparks going into the ground wire, and at the same time there's sparks coming out of the aerial wire. So that's the setup that I didn't have before. I needed a spark to be able to go up the aerial antenna as well as into the ground. That way the electric current can flow in all directions through the vibrational frequency of the ground and air. Just by having one coil, it seemed that it wasn't working. It was only going into the ground only. But having a bipolar setup like this, I can have an arc going into the ground and an arc going into the air, and because it's such high frequency, the alternating current switches so quickly that they travel together in a vibrational frequency through the air and the ground, I believe, but I have yet to test it with a receiver. But so that's my short little demonstration for this setup. Hopefully I'll have something to receive the signal with in my next video, but it's a work in progress, and I'm not always right. I do admit that I am wrong about some things, especially in the one video about Tesla's work that I posted back in January that everybody seems to be commenting on. I do admit I have some mistakes in that video, but apparently that's the one that's getting the most attention, so I don't really pay attention to it much anymore. But anyways, that's my progress for now, and stay tuned. Hopefully I'll have another video soon.